again, herb lovers. Today I want to talk to you a little bit more about composting and something that was brought up that I assume everybody knows, but apparently they don't. What's the difference between greens and browns? And a lot of gardeners talk about greens and browns, and it's basically talking about carbon and nitrogen ratios when we're making compost. Before I knew anything about carbon and nitrogen and greens and browns and ratios and all those things, I used to just throw everything into a corner in the garden and it composted. And honestly, that's pretty much still the way that I do it. But if you're a little bit technically minded and you want to know a little bit about what are greens and what are browns, and if you have a compost heap that might be getting a little bit smelly, this might be the video for you, just to help you take a little bit of the smell out of your pile. Now, the reason that your pile may be starting to have a little bit of an interesting smell about it is because there's too many greens in it. And by greens, we mean traditionally weeds and greens and things that are alive and growing. Or for those of us who are working in our kitchen, it can be anything as simple as the waste that comes from our fruit and vegetables, okay? So this stuff is going to decay, it's going to turn to sludge, it's going to make a terrible smell. So what we do is we mix 50% of it with what we call browns. And browns traditionally are fallen leaves and hay and some greens that have dried out, just to get really confusing, but pretty much anything that's brown. And for a home composter, that can pretty much be paper, paper towels, newspaper, anything that is dry. Think of that as a brown, and that's your carbon. So when you have a pile that's getting a little bit fetid, all you need to do is put more browns in it, okay? So you can shred some paper napkins, you can shred up some newspaper. You just think of this as like a sponge that's mopping up all of that nasty smell, and that's basically what it does. And really, that's all there is to your greens and browns. It's not rocket science. It's just a matter of making sure that you get enough paper or cardboard in amongst your bits of vegetative matter that are rotting to mop up the smell. I hope that helps. If you're having any more questions about it, leave a note below. Maybe we can have a discussion. I might actually have to Google something, but hey, that's fine. I'm happy to help. Other than that, I'll see you again in the next video. Love and lettuce, and bye for now.